Okay, this is my just to do it gameplay video. So for this one, I try to use all new characters, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to have to use Tracy a second time, but hopefully she doesn't get killed as early as she did last time. So this time around, I'm going to be playing with Jody, Sherry, CJ, and like I said, Tracy. So things will be moving a lot quicker this time around, since I already explained the majority of the rules last round. Otis is already set up. Now we just have to get everybody their cards. So since Karen's not here, everybody's just going to get their 2 counselor cards. So Jody is going to get solid blow to start. Sherry gets wait for me. CJ gets improvise, which is always a great card. Tracy gets desperation. Jody gets close call. Sherry gets gimme. CJ gets scrappy, which is a permanent ability for him. And finally, Tracy will get we tried to warn you. So only 1 permanent ability that time. Okay. So Jody's going to be starting out, and like normal, we have to get to the keys first. So I'll send him off to get the keys. 1, 2, 3. He'll end his movement, draw his card. He gets running shoes. So on his way to getting the keys in the beaver cabin, he picked up some nice, comfortable running shoes. Now Sherry's going to come over here. And she has drawn Plot Twist, Lost in the Woods. But luckily for her, she can't get lost. So she'll come over here, but she won't be lost. CJ will go here into the dining hall. And wow, he also gets lost in the woods. Maybe he's got a crush on Sherry. He's out there trying to find her. And now Tracy, she'll continue CJ's mission. Go in the dining hall herself. And she, luckily, gets bandage. So the counselors have gone. So now it is Otis's turn. Playing on normal difficulty, he starts off with the stock being 2. So the closest to him, they're all the same. So we'll roll our die. 1 and 2 for Tracy, 3 and 4 for Jody. A 4, so he'll go after Jody. So that ends his move. So now Jody's going to continue to run. 2, 3, into there. Almost reaching the keys. And he will find cute little Kimberly. So now it's Sherry's turn. So Sherry will roll the dice to get out of the woods. A 7. And she'll move up here. 1, 2, 3. And instead of drawing her card, she'll go ahead and flip this to get the battery. So for the early start, that will be for either the van or the Ranger Tower. So now CJ is lost, so he's going to have to roll the d6 to find out what happens first. He rolls a 5, nothing happens. And 1, which was good. That moves him here. And then he'll flip this. Oh, but he adds +1 to the body count. So now Tracy will move 1, 2. And then she's also going to now draw a card to flip this. She finds the first aid station, which if you end your turn here, it'll heal 2 injuries. So that's actually kind of nice to have on the board. So Otis will still be stalking after Jody because Jody's still closest. Alright, so Jody will move here for 1 and pick up the keys. And then 2, 3, you won't draw a card to flip this. Oh wow, so he also added +1 to the body count. So Otis's attack just went up from a d4 to a d6. So finding which finale we're going to be able to do might be a little tight this time around. Alright, so Sherry's going to continue on. Jody's the only one with the keys. So she'll move 1, 2, 3. Draw her card, and she gets a cameo. We didn't have a cameo last time. So this is Karen's boyfriend, Eddie. So Eddie's going to be placed on the board. And then he will move 2 spaces towards the closest keys. And then if Eddie reaches the keys, the carrot takes 1 injury. Then I'll place the keys on the tool shed and remove Eddie and a random finale from the game. Wow. So he's there. Also, cameos move after Otis is how they get resolved. Alright, so now on to CJ. One, 2, 3. He gets his card, which is Lights Out Campers, another plot twist. So all campers in every cabin is discarded. Then remove Otis from the board and adjust the body count accordingly. Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Alright, so body count goes up, so damage +1. So his damage is now 2. And Kimberly is gone. Now Tracy. She'll move for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now Otis. 1, 2. So Otis reached Jody. Jody doesn't have anything to help protect himself, so he'll automatically be panicked. He'll take his 2 damage. And then he'll move his 2 panic. 1, 2. Whoops, that was Otis. Alright, and then the cameo is going to move 2 spaces towards the closest keys, so he'll get into the campfire. And that is everybody's turn. Go back to Jody. Now, Jody's movement is down to 1. So he'll move here. He needs a weapon desperately now. So he'll draw his card, which is the chainsaw. So right when he needed a weapon, he got one. Alright, so for the end turn portion, I was going to equip the running shoes, but with the weapon, I'm going to equip his weapon instead. So he can help, so he can fight Otis when Otis reaches him. So now Sherry's turn. And Sherry really can't do too much right now. Let's see, what's her movement? Her movement's a 3. 1, 2, 3. She can get closer. Yeah, I'll gamble. 1, 2, 3 to get over here. She'll draw her card. So now we get another cameo. Officer Jenkins and Taylor. So that's not going to be good, because Officers Jenkins and Taylor will move 1 space towards the closest counselor. A counselor who crosses paths with officers must discard a random weapon. And then if Otis gets them, they raise the body count up 2. And unfortunately, Jody's the only one with the weapon and is only 1 space away. And right now, I don't know if he's going to be able to move. See if there's somebody that can get Jody away. You know, because it's going to be nasty for Jody. Oh, man. Jody's going to play his close call, which is the play after a counselor draws a cabin card, and then I get to ignore and discard it. So by doing that, that will discard these guys. So they won't be able to take his weapon away. And when Otis kills him, I won't get the +2 to my body count. Because that would have been very bad. Alright, so that was the end of Sherry's turn. It's now CJ's turn. And we need to find another pair of keys. You move there. Then he gets, wow, we're getting a lot of counselors this turn. He gets head counselor Morris. So head counselor Morris will be moving one space towards campers. A counselor who crosses paths with Morris shuffles our campers back into the cabin deck. And then Otis will start stocking 2 spaces for each camper returned. And once again, if Otis happens to reach him, then he'll end up dying. So now Tracy. Tracy's just going to stay there. She's not going to move at all this turn. So draw her card, get a crowbar. And then she can move into a space with the lock to remove it. It also counts as a D6 weapon. So actually she needed that. That was a very good card. I'm glad that she decided not to move. So she'll use her end turn action to go ahead and equip the crowbar. So now it's Otis's turn. Otis is still moving 2. 1, 2. Oh, so he didn't quite make it. Then it is Eddie's turn. And then Eddie will make it to Jody to get the keys. So Jody takes 1 injury. And then the keys will go to the tool shed. Okay, so now Eddie is gone. And then we have to figure out a random finale to be removed from the game. So we'll roll a d4. It's number 2, which is the barn. So the barn was removed. Which is okay, because I have the battery so far. So the van and the ranger tower are still in play. So now head counselor Morris is going to move 1 space over here. And right now nobody has any counselors, so he's not too bad other than the fact that he can be reached by Otis and killed. So Jody's turn. And he is now moving 2 spaces again since he's almost dead. We'll go ahead and go over here and find out what it is for my 2 movement. Not sure if I should heal him now or not with Sherry before he moved. Because he is almost dead and he is the only one with the weapon. I will. So she's going to play the bandage to heal 2 wounds on him, 2 injuries. So he'll go back up here. He still only has 2 movement though. Then he'll do his movement there. And then he's going to draw his card. And it's Otis Strikes. So actually that was very good that he was healed when he did. So Otis will come over here. Now Otis is rolling a d6. And then he has a d10. So Otis rolls a 2. And he rolls a 6. So he wins. Otis goes away. Okay, so for his end of turn action, I am going to equip the running shoes, which are going to give him a +1 to his move. So now you can discard Eddie too, since Eddie's gone. He jumped in the barn and somehow got out of there. Alright, Sherry's movement is still 3. So she's gonna get the keys, I think. So she'll move here, 1, 2. She'll grab the keys. And she'll move back here for 3. And even though she's with them, she doesn't have any counselors, so being next to head counselor Morris isn't going to matter too much. And that'll be it for her turn. Now it's CJ's turn. CJ doesn't have a weapon, so he's going to try to get over here with Tracy where she has a weapon. He's still moving 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then he gets the rain slicker. So for the end of his turn, he's going to equip the rain slicker. Alright, so Tracy is going to move for 3. 1, 2. Because she has the crowbar, she's going to break this lock to get in here. And then instead of drawing a card, she'll flip the objective. Oh, and Otis strikes. So Otis was hanging out in the kitchen. Alright, so she's got a d6 and Otis has a d6 as well. And right now, I really don't know if I want to fight, especially with this being on such even odds. So she's going to play We Tried to Warn You, which is going to move Otis to a cameo space. The cameo is killed. So she'll play her survival card. Otis is going to move here. But, hold on, I don't know if I want to do that. Wait, hold on, because Sherry's also there. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do that. We're going to have to take our chances. So here we go. So a 2 for Otis, and now for Sherry, a 5, or not for Sherry, for Tracy. So 5. And I'm going to re-roll that. So like I said, I'm going to have Otis attack first. So 2 for Otis. And a 3 for her. So she does in fact defeat him and he goes away. So that's the end of her turn. So now it's Otis's turn. Otis is going to come back on the board at 4 at the tool shed. Yeah. So with his movement, he'll move here. And Sherry is going to play Wait For Me to get out of there. And she gets to move to another counselor's space. And she's going to move over here with Jody, I think. So head counselor Morris is killed. Body count moves up 1, so his stock goes up to 3. And Otis had a very productive night. So that would be the end of Otis's turn, and the counselor is now dead, so he didn't have a turn anymore. So now it's Jody's turn. And I will end it there before we get to Jody's turn.